Hey all, Fizzban here, and welcome to my little investigations. Someone suggested I tried this out in the comments, and I thought it looked kind of fun. That said, I have no idea how the gameplay actually works, but just the intro screen here is very well done, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. Let's start a new game, see how it goes. True Blue Scootaloo. When Scootaloo gets accidentally accused of a big gem heist, it's up to newly minted Detective Twilight Sparkle to get to the bottom of the case. Alright. My first worry is that this is a game you can actually fail in. Right, Carousel Boutique, 11:08 PM.
Found it! Found it! It's here somewhere!
Ah, I'm looking! Give me a break!
Too dark. Can't see a thing. Yes! That's a thing called mouse! Look here. Wait. I think. Aha! I found it! Finally! Let's get out of here! Quickly!
What the?
What's going on?
Rarity! I came as soon as I heard. What happened?
Wait, Twilight's a unicorn, and Diamond Dogs apparently stole a gem, and Scootaloo is blamed for it. And this game is voiced. I cannot express how delighted I am. It means I can actually sit back and not talk too much. Is my image in the way of the dialogue? It is. Maybe I'll move it up here instead. Let's try that.
Oh, Twilight! It's awful, horrible, dreadful, perhaps even the worst possible thing!
Oh, this takes me back to the earlier seasons. It's pretty great.
Uh-huh. And that would be...
Why, Twilight? Do I detect skepticism? Well, I shall have you know that last night I became a victim! A tragic, tragic victim! Woe is me! I shall never recover from this injury that's been wrought upon me!
English, Rarity.
Oh, come on, you know what that means, Twi.
I was in the zone, Twilight. But if I must, last night I was stolen from.
That's what Twilight really meant, is get to the point, Rarity.
Stolen from? What was stolen?
They were stolen, Twilight! Both of them!
Okay. Again, would you please get to the point, Rarity?
Who?
Was that a horse noise?
My two jewels! True Blue and Opal!
Opal as in the cat. No, that would be opalescence, wouldn't it?
Ahem. Twilight, what Rarity is trying to say is that thieves broke into the Carousel Boutique last night and stole both the True Blue, a large sapphire that she had recently acquired when gem hunting, and Opal, which is her cat.
It did take opalescence.
How could they? How could they? Oh, my poor, poor darling, all alone out there with those ruffians!
Is she talking about the gem or the cat now? You never quite know with Rarity, do you?
I'm gonna go ahead and hope that she was talking about her cat there. What happened? Do you have any idea who did this?
Fair enough.
Well, no. I'm afraid we haven't the slightest idea.
Ponyville doesn't really have much of a police force, you see, so we are a little under-equipped to handle something like this. This doesn't happen very often, you know. An investigative team from Canterlot has agreed to look into it, but I'm afraid they won't be here for a few days.
Actually, there are only a few places we've seen actual police ponies. I believe there was an episode about Manhattan where we saw one. Maybe that was the comics, but I'm pretty sure that was Manhattan as well.
A few days? But the thieves might be long gone by then, and... Wait, is this the same investigative team as last time?
That doesn't sound good.
Exactly what happened last time? I can't seem to recall.
The one brought in to investigate the baby that went missing and which ended up being found unharmed in the closet?
Ah, yes, I do recall that. But I'm not sure where you're going with.
The one that somehow managed to implicate Pinkie Pie in a fictional Dragon Egg smuggling ring?
Well, yes. Yes, that's the one.
I'm curious about who this investigative team, well, what the team consists of, who they are.
Think positive, Twilight. They may, perform better this time. Yes, that's the ticket.
She's not convinced, is she?
Well, there's not much for it either way, Twilight. After all, no pony in our town has any experience with this sort of thing. We'll just have to wait it out. Oh, I have so much to do at the moment. I simply can't stay around any longer. We'll get to the bottom of this as soon as that investigative team arrives, Rarity. You have my word.
Is she just called Twilight for Rarity, or is she talking about Rarity who's still somewhere in the background? I guess she is. Is.
I'm afraid she's right, you know. We shall simply have to wait it out.
If that investigative team gets their hooves on this case, who knows what ridiculous things they might come up with this time? There has to be a better way. Rarity, I'm on the case.
I beg your pardon, Twilight?
Some pony needs to get to the bottom of this, right? Well, I volunteer. I've had experience investigating crime before, after all.
Twilight, I'm really not sure if that's such a grand idea.
I suppose this game was made before we had that Detective Rarity episode. Otherwise, it would have been like a prime candidate for this game.
Well, I mean, sure. That particular investigation pretty much involved completely airtight evidence that directly identified the culprits in one go. And it also included an eyewitness who saw almost everything who could lead me exactly to the clues. But it's not like the team from Canterlot will be much better, right?
Way to sell yourself, Twilight.
Forgive me, Twilight, if your words do not inspire a great deal of confidence.
True.
It'll be fine. Don't you worry, Rarity. I'll have this case wrapped up in a jiffy. Mystery novels came through for me then, so surely they'll come through for us again.
Mystery novels.
Hey!
Okay, suddenly Pinkie Pie.
Gah! Pinkie, where in Equestria did you come from?
From the right side of the screen, of course.
Oh, well, I was walking by and I was all, my assistance is needed, and I must fulfill my duty.
Uh-huh. What are you doing?
Helping a pony in need. Duh!
I'm the one who knows something about investigations, not you. Remember what happened last time?
Of course I do, silly. But this time is completely different. I have, wait for it, a walkthrough!
That's cheating, Pinkie.
A what?
A walkthrough, silly! For this game, the way things work are completely different than last time. Honestly, sometimes I worry about her.
Pinkie, you're talking to some bushes.
Oh, Twilight, I'm not talking to those old things. I'm talking to them, out there! You see what I have to work with here?
That is very, very meta.
You know what? I'm not even going to ask. Just, do your thing, Pinkie.
Okie dokie dokie. Well, the first step of any investigation is to move around. around. You can't find anything if you don't move your little rump to where the clues are. So, to walk places, you first lift your hoof up and move it in front of your other hoof.
I have a feeling she's trying to sort of kind of guide us through a walkthrough. This is a bit weird.
Pinky, I'm pretty sure I know how to walk.
Exactly.
Oh, right! But I bet you've never walked like this before. Now, if you want her to walk, well, you just gotta click on the spot you want her to walk to, and she goes! Or, if you want her to keep moving, just press and hold, and she'll walk towards your cursor. And, of course, if you wanted to get somewhere lickety-split, just double-click and hold, and she'll run like the wind!
I'm pretty sure I can walk myself.
Oh, Twilight, don't you worry your pretty little head about the details. They'll figure it out, and that's a pinky promise!
Oh goodness, I have no idea what to actually...
Okay, so now we know how to move. Great, but what about, examining evidence?
Wait, she's in on it now? Don't you know how to examine evidence? Oh man, this is getting too meta.
Oh, that's simple! If you want to talk to someone or look at something, all you gotta do is click on it! Easy peasy! Why, I bet if you clicked on that broken window there, you'd think of lots of things to say about it!
It's just a window.
Yeah, but you gotta keep them happy, right? So you better think of something to say about it. Otherwise, they might get upset.
Right, of course. We wouldn't want to make them upset after all.
And that's it!
That's it?
That's it! Well, that's not it, but it's it for now, because the other its come later. You're not ready for those its yet, though. Don't you worry about them.
Okay.
Right, so what I gathered was just click on stuff.
Okie dokie, and I'm off. Bye, Twilight. And I'll see you real soon, too. Catch you later.
Bye, Pinky.
That was fascinating, was it not?
I would say strange. I'm pretty sure it's strange.
That's one way to describe it.
But useful, wouldn't you say? Though I must confess, I still do not believe that this is a good idea.
Don't worry, Rarity. I'll get to the bottom of this before that investigation team even gets here.
Alright, so we actually have some control now. Let's do a save. Let's just do a save game. Fizzy 1. You can also use the arrows, it seems. Purple bushes.
Wow, these are some really nice bushes. Very eye-catching. So much that you might think that they're important. But they're not.
Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Right, we can... tire marks.
Well, it doesn't take a sharp eye to see that these are tire marks. And it doesn't take a sharp wit to figure out that whoever was here probably was the cause of this broken window, too.
Tire marks. Curved tire marks found by the Carousel Boutique this morning, leading toward the broken window. Tire marks added to evidence. Alright.
Is there anything else here?
Hair.
Is this hair?
Doesn't really match Goodlow's hair though. I know Goodlow didn't. Well, she did kind of break the window, I suppose. White strands of hair found by the Carousel Boutique this morning, next to a pair of tire tracks. White hair added to evidence.
Hey! How's it going, Twilight?
Hello, Pinky.
Pinky, where do you keep coming from?
They're right off the screen, just like last time.
Oh, silly. That's not important. What is important is what you just got there.
Oh, I like how the music changed to like Pinky's theme. I think it's her theme at least. Is that kick like the ghosties? Might be.
It's hair.
It's not just hair. Why, it's a clue. And do you know what every super-duperific investigator does with clues?
I haven't got a clue, Pinky. See what I did there?
They use their big, humongous brains to figure out stuff about him, of course. Jeez, it's like she hasn't even read the walkthrough. All you gotta do is bring up the evidence list, click on a piece of evidence or a profile, then click on Combined With, click on another, then click on Combine.
Okay, evidence list. How do I get that up? Piece of evidence or profile. Click on Combine With. So I can mix two pieces of evidence and combine them, or match evidence with a profile and then combine. Like for example, if I have profile of a picture with a profile of a pony with like white hair, I can maybe combine that with
and then
the white hair.
Your investigative wizardry takes care of the rest. If it can. Sometimes it's a dud. But that's the magic of investigation for you. Also, if you ask for extra help from the options menu, then the evidence button will get all glowy-wowy to let you know that there's some evidence you can combine.
Right. I'll get right on that.
Okie dokie likey. Well, have fun investigating. Me? I've got a cake in the oven, so I better get back before the cakes notice I'm gone. Keep an eye on her, okay? Bye!
Goodbye, Pinky.
You know, I suppose there might be a connection between the hair and the tire marks, now that she mentions it.
Right, so... Alright, that starts. And I have 2 profiles. Oh, that's all the ponies I've met. Maria's hair is kinda white, although more grayish. But let's try to combine the tire tracks with the white hair.
If we assume that this hair is from some animal, then it'd naturally follow that the rider probably swerved here to avoid hitting it, explaining why that pony went towards the window.
I suppose. I know Pearlescence is a white cat, isn't she?
Except, what animal was it? A pony, perhaps?
White hair updated in evidence. White strands of hair. Already have that. And... was that because the evidence got upgraded or updated? Probably just updated. Alright. What happens if we do take the white hair and combine it with the mayor? The mayor of Ponyville can be a bit slippery, being a politician and all, but we love her all the same, and we know she means well.
I can't seem to find a logical connection here.
Alright, fair enough. That was obviously a dud.
The boutique's looking as good as ever. I thought we'd never get it fully repaired after Cheerilee literally tore its front wall away from the rest of the building.
Was that after the Hearts and Hooves Day episode with Cheerilee and Big Mac?
But then along came Pinkie Pie. Then a song started. Then a chorus joined in. I don't even know where they came from. And then somehow, 3 minutes later, the Carousel Boutique was good as new.
That's pretty fast for a repair job.
One of these days, I really have to resume my studies of Pinkie.
That'll be a game in and of itself, I suppose. Right, I know... Okay, Boutique Bridge. I'm just kind of seeing what's here. There's a broken window. Can I go inside the boutique?
Well, that's sure one way to get into a building. You'd think a jewel thief would be more, well, subtle than that.
Is that everything? I suppose it is. Oh, star-shaped object.
A strange star-shaped object? I can't say I know what this is, but it looks out of place, which makes it a clue in my book.
A golden object in the shape of an 8-pointed star. Unclear what its purpose is or where it came from. I don't really have any idea at the moment either. Can I talk with Rarity?
Rarity, I think we should start with what happened last night.
Of course, darling. What would you like to know?
Could you describe exactly what happened and what you saw?
Well, I'm afraid there isn't much to tell. I was sleeping in my bedroom when suddenly I heard a shrill crash from downstairs. I went downstairs to investigate, and what did I find but my house overturned and ransacked, my prized jewel gone, and my beloved opal essence missing as well. Oh, Opal! Mama's coming soon!
Perhaps I should ask more specifically about what was stolen.
Oh, so you get more questions as the dialogue comes along.
And that was everything there is to speak of? You saw nothing else at all?
No, nothing, I'm afraid. So sorry, Twilight.
That sounded awfully suspicious. Rarity, are you hiding something?
Uh-oh. For crying out loud! I was in the middle of a conversation, Pinky.
Ugh! Pinky, what are... Actually, you know what? Never mind. I can guess.
Ooh, can I guess too? Is it a bread box?
Yes, let's just say it's a bread box.
Pinky, just get on with it.
Get on with what?
Aren't you here to tell me what to do here?
Nope. Why? What's going on?
Well, for one, I think Rarity's hiding something from me.
Oh, you mean the topic got locked.
The what now?
One sec. Yeah, here it is. Section 2B of the walkthrough. Locked topic.
I really need to have a look sometime at that strange book she's got there.
Pretty sure they're still cheating.
Okay, you ready for this? And I mean really, really ready?
Yes?
Okay, here goes. Sometimes a character won't want to tell you everything. In other words, they're hiding something from you!
Isn't that the conclusion we arrived at ourselves?
Yeah, I think that was established already.
Oh, well, let's see here. It also says that in order to unlock that topic, you need to present a certain piece of evidence. Do you have it?
I don't know.
Maybe?
Nope, I don't think you do.
Are we done now?
Nope. The walkthrough also notes that sometimes you need to present more than one piece of evidence too. If that happens, then the topic of conversation gets locked with as many locks as pieces of evidence you need to present. 2 locks? Well then, you darn well better present 2 pieces of evidence, Buster. And now that's all the walkthrough says.
Alright, well, thanks, Pinky.
Don't mention it. Anything for a friendly friend. See you soon.
I'd suggest a mental asylum, if I wasn't worried about what she would do to it.
Aw, Twi. That's very nice. Alright, so... apparently I have to present some evidence about last night, but Pinky says I don't have it, so... let's talk about what was stolen.
Could you describe everything that was stolen last night?
Of course! First there was True Blue, a regular hunk of a sapphire that shone in the light like a noonday sky. Oh, whatever shall I do without the light of that jewel in my workshop? Second, there was Opal, my darling, darling Opal. She's been missing since last night too. Now with the jewel I can understand, but what could the thieves possibly want with Opal? It greatly troubles me to think of what might have happened to her. You must find them both, Twilight! Promise me! You must! You must!
I'll do my best, Rarity. I promise. Not just a giant sapphire, but her cat too? What an Equestria could that be about?
Grumpy cat picture. Okay. Opalescence, Rarity's beloved cat, hasn't been seen since last night. Opalescence added to profiles. Alright, so we talked about that, and we cannot talk about last night. Can we present some evidence? What
Why, thank you, darling! But I'm afraid that I haven't a clue what I'd use it for. Terribly sorry, but I simply cannot accept this gift.
I wasn't giving it to you.
Alright. Let's just try presenting her with the
Why,
white hair.
thank you, darling! But I'm afraid that I haven't a clue what I'd use it for. Terribly sorry, but I simply cannot accept this gift.
Why would you think a bunch of hair strands would be a gift?
I wasn't giving it.
Alright, that's the same dialogue. Just wondering if you would... oh, I can combine things. What can I... Oh, of course, combine with opalescence. Right.
Alright, let's think about this logically here. Hair this color and this length is pretty rare, as far as Equestria goes. There really aren't any ponies that it could have come from. In fact, the only creature that I can think of that it could have come from is opalescence. And that would mean that whoever was here swerved and crashed into the window because opalescence was in his or her path. And that would all come together to mean that this broken window likely was an accident. It feels like there's more to this than just that. But it's a start at least.
Alright, we updated it to white strands of hair likely from opalescence, found by the carousel boutique this morning, next to a pair of tire tracks, probably the cause of the rider's swerve. Alright. Can I go into the boutique? No, that would kind of make sense, but... Alright, and we spoke to Rarity, and she hasn't got anything new, so I guess at this point... Sorry. We should... Oh, I can... An interesting tree.
Oh, that's the tree that opalescence keeps getting stuck in. It seemed to have become a bit of a habit of hers, ever since Rainbow Dash put her there to convince Rarity to come out of her room. One time, Winona chased her up that tree. Applejack was awfully apologetic, but we spent quite a while trying to convince her to come down. Then another time, Rainbow Dash was practicing her aerial acrobatics and kind of messed something up, causing her to crash right into Carousel Boutique and making poor Opal scurry up that tree once again. And then there was a time that the Cutie Mark Crusaders were trying to get their cutie marks in interpretive dance. I don't really know exactly what happened, but by the time they were done, we had a tiger loose in Ponyville, Rarity's hair was on fire, and opalescence was back up in the tree. Again.
Why are we not investigating that? Because that sounds like a great story.
Needless to say, Rarity did not like their, interpretation of dance. Anyway, she's not in the tree this time, surprisingly enough.
Alright. Cannot go this way, and there does not seem to be any more to investigate. I can go that way, but we are coming up on the 30-minute mark, so I will save over. Busy one. Actually, I should probably make some more save games, just because it's sensible to do that. But for now, I'd like to thank you for watching, and Fizzban out.